What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 135 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin, and a fantastic special guest this week of Jay McGurdy. What's up, guys?
What's up, everyone? Because that's my last name.
Giving away all the information.
Did I not
secrets
introduce
here.
you as such when we did the RTT Power Rankings?
I don't think so. You might have.
Did I just call you Jay? I don't know. Probably. Who cares?
It's alright. The last name was off anyway, so it's okay.
Out here giving away people's last names.
It's alright.
He didn't. He messed it up. It was very bad.
Did I?
It's okay.
Oh,
How did I
It's even
screw it
better
up?
Because now
Nick
people can
Garrity.
make fun of him for it, and it creates more clicks and likes. Let's do that.
Nick Garrity.
Okay, to be fair, close enough.
Yes. Also, to be fair, he wrote it on a box last week and wrote it correctly. So
So now there's even more pressure to get it right, and he got it wrong.
Look, I don't need this kind of harassment this early in the day, okay?
Okay, fine. I'll peace out. Bye.
I guess that's my cue too.
Yeah, I guess we'll just let Carter do the
No,
whole
Jay,
episode then.
I need someone to just talk for an hour. That's why we brought you on. We already talked about this.
All right. As long as I can harass you for an hour, that's all that matters.
That's fair. So, the reason we have Jay on today is, just covering every format that we possibly can. We need a format expert for DPeC, which, for those who are unaware, this is the Daycare Pokemon Cup that started kind of in our, center of the internet and has broken off and created this super unique format of essentially Little Cup VGC is the simplest way to put it. They do have their own rule set and everything as well, which kind of follows, which we will get into as we go. And it is super awesome. It is so unique. And if you have I came to you a couple months back. I'm just like, hey, I'm bored of VGC. Teach me this format.
That's how we all get started. That's kind of where I started. I was like, oh, this power level kind of stinks. I really am tired of playing with, I think it was Series 7, Series 9, that type of range. And NJ was like, oh, come join DPeC. I think it was a little bit after the Tiny Tourney, the official Pokemon event where they were running Little Cup VGC. And I was like, man, this is awesome. I sent my team. I was running a Stuffle team. It was sick. And NJ was like, oh, you should come play DPeC. And so I did. And yeah, I'm hooked. Hook, line, and sinker.
They had their own draft league that they ran not too long ago that I believe you ended up winning the entire thing, correct?
Yeah, I won my my division. We never had a both
Grand
champions.
finals.
Yeah, we never had that. It just the scheduling never worked out.
So you won, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, me and I'll take it. But no, it's that the title is shared between me and my good friend Luke over at DPeC. He and Setsu, another one of the mods, we always team build together and we work together for different tournaments and draft leagues, and we were all sending stuff back and forth. So yeah, we both got this one.
So where do you want to start? We should probably break down the official rules. Yeah,
so I want to start out first of all by shouting out all the people who really were behind the scenes putting this together. I'm a new mod to the server. I'm mainly just the Twitter guy. I'm kind of a new player, so I just wanted to shout out the people who really work behind the scenes and got this whole thing set up, and that's Flair, Oro, NJ, Setsu, Esther, Spac. I think I got everyone. I'm gonna make sure, because if I didn't, I'm gonna beat myself up.
No,
they're gonna do it for you.
Kind of people,
Yeah.
not even being able to properly call out people.
I'm pretty sure I got everyone, and that's because I did. It's because I did.
Hell yeah!
There you
Proud
go.
of you.
So yeah, we are currently in a little bit of a transition phase in terms of the series that we're playing. It started way back towards the beginning of Sword and Shield, with what we called Series 1, which had a more extensive ban list, which included the likes of, the Pokemon that are currently banned, like Type Null, Scyther, Sneasel, Corsola, all the way down to Porygon, Tangela, Wailmer, the ponies, all these Pokemon were banned. And then I came in around Series 2, which was last format. We released a lot of those bans to the point to where it was just Null, Scyther, Sneasel, and Corsola, Corsola Galar were all our only banned Pokemon. Regular max format, Littleroot VGC, and now we're working on we're currently in the middle of our No Dynamax Series 2.5 is what we call it, which has the same ban list, same Pokemon allowed. It's just a completely different format.
I mean, it's crazy to think that removing a core component of the game would make that other Pokemon viable.
Yeah, but see, I was expecting some type of a shift, but the shift that we've actually seen has been so drastic. Pokemon that saw very little play, if any, in Series 2 are now some of the most used Pokemon this series. So Pokemon like Volibee, Pokemon like Honedge are all really, really strong this format, and they weren't in Series 2. They weren't extremely popular. You still have, similar, your Porygon is still your number one. Tangela, Kubfu, Ghastly, Litten are still up there. But Volibee is all the way up at number 2 now in the Series 2.5 rankings, and that thing is one of the scariest Pokemon I've actually ever seen.
The one match I played, that I've actually played, the one team that I created, was for Series 2, and I played Weakness Policy Volibee, and it was hot. It was absolutely insane. Because I was playing Hail, and this has access to Overcoat, so it's just like, yeah, this is a perfect, I can't play Rufflet because it would take chip damage. So this is my, Rufflet.
Yeah,
and it was absurd.
You could have done weak armor with it too and just gone super fast, but that bulk on Volibee is so nice. But just for comparison's sake, it was an overall usage number 28 in Series 2 at 6.7%. It's now on almost 40% of teams in Series 2.5, which is just an absurd difference. And it's horrifying. It really is. It has recovery, it has knockoff, it has toxic. There's so much that can be done with it. And yeah, the format has shifted. Rufflet's a thing of the past. Some people have gotten creative with it, but now Rufflet's actually sitting at number 28. So Rufflet and Volibee just did a little flip
just did
around.
A flipper there, yeah.
And they were like, all right, new bird is in town. And yeah, the No Dynamax format has been absolutely wild, and it's been a lot of fun. But Series 2 was a blast in its own right.
So I'm just I'm digging through the usage stats here, and there's a couple things I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
First off, Kubfu is absurdly popular.
Yeah, well, when you have Inner Focus and can two-shot Porygon with close combat,
it's kind of important.
That's really fair, actually.
You become very popular in a No-Max format. It was very popular in Series 2 as well, but mainly as a Scarf coaching user next to Rufflet, which just made Rufflet even more of a pain in the butt to deal with than it already was. You already had the bulky Eviolite sets running around, which were just nearly impossible to kill. The only thing that could one-shot it was a Head Smash or Max Rockfall from Adamant, Life Orb, Arkin, which is just not a lot of people are running Archon. It just doesn't happen too often. I ran it on one of my teams. It's just very frail. It doesn't have the same bulk that Rufflet has. And actually, we had a matchup, me and Setsu, at the first Swiss tour in the finals between my Argent team and their their Eviolite bulky Rufflet team, and I lost because I wasn't adamant. I was jolly, and that's like the big difference is that I couldn't one shot their Rufflet, but they could one shot my Argent very easily, and yeah. So Kung Fu was really good next to that. I ran it like I think Choice Band recently, Choice Band Close Combat. I'm pretty sure Oko's, Porygon, and yeah, Inner Focus with like Litten being popular. Grookey is back in the fold as well. Mienfoo is also very popular, another Inner Focus user, but with Fake Out over Kung Fu and a little bit slower, so they're kind of a little interchangeable together. But yeah, it also gets a wide variety of moves. It gets like U-turn, which is great, and all the different elemental punches, which really helps a lot. And you still run coaching a lot of the time as well, so it's a really strong Pokemon overall.
What's really cool about this is, based on a lot of the Pokemon's evolutions, you can kind of determine like what they're able to do. You have like Litten, Grookey, Mienfoo here. All of them are like pretty obvious. Like you have Fake Out, you have Grassy Glide here, Intimidate. Like those are pretty obvious. One that's really interesting though, I think, is like Porygon, because it doesn't do P2 things sometimes. Like
it also doesn't really do PZ things either.
Like it's this really weird like hybrid of the two, it seems. Like you're able to be super offensive with like Life Orb, but like you can also just be absurdly bulky with Eviolite and try to do like support things with like Trick Room as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those Pokemon that's just absurdly flexible in this format. Its natural bulk is ridiculous. It's out of this world. So like throwing an Eviolite on it is always like an amazing choice for it, but sometimes you want it on Volibee, sometimes you want it on Tangela, which is a little bit more on occasion. But you would almost always you probably almost always see Eviolite currently on Porygon. It's something that's just very popular. You don't really see a lot of Life Orb sets anymore because you don't want to be dwindling your health. But back in Series 2, it was even more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
You could run Life Orb, you can run Silk Scarf, you can run Leftovers, you can run a Berry on it, you can run any plethora of items on it because it's that flexible. And it does do a lot of the Trick Room recover things that Porygon 2 does, but it also does the Tri Attack, Giga Impact, if you want to run it physical with Download, because a lot of things are specially bulky to stop the special attack download for Porygon. I actually won the tour that I won was using NJ's mixed Porygon set, which had Giga Impact, Tri Attack, Ice Beam, and Recover on it, which was and it was Life Orb. So it was crazy. It was really cool. And you paired it with like a coaching user like Riolu. But there's a lot of Pokemon that you can kind of say, oh yeah, this is really similar to what their fully evolved form does. But you also don't see a lot of these Pokemon's fully evolved form being super popular. So it's a little hard to gauge sometimes. Like Ponyta is number 10. It was I think even more popular in Series 2 because it was such a good max target. It in a Ponyta Galar, which was my favorite Pokemon to use in DPeC. It's just like, yeah, it's sometimes a little hard to gauge based on, especially for like newer players, because a lot of these Pokemon you don't see their fully evolved forms. But Porygon is that enigma that really, it just has so much that it can do, and so much that it wants to do in different team comps, so you can kind of stick it in for whatever you want. If you want it to be an Electroweb or Icy Wind spammer, you can do that. If you want it to be a Trick Room Recover bulky guy, you can do that. It still has Eerie Impulse. It has Ice Beam, Blizzard, Tri Attack, Thunderbolt. It has this crazy move coverage. That's why it's number 1 in usage. It really is just that good, that versatile, and can slot on any team, especially with its normal type.
So, I was actually really curious if I still had my like team that I built forever ago, and I actually do. And I just remembered I played this stupid Whalmer set. We were Scarf Whalmer because we wanted to be able to do water spout things, which is still like very popular as is. Yeah. And like looking at the usage stats here, it's Water Spout, Scald, Icy Wind, Ice Beam. I wasn't playing Ice Beam, instead I played Tickle.
I remember this. I think I because you sent this team to me and I was helping you out with like spreads and things like that. And I was like, Tickle is crazy. That is crazy tech. I'm
just saying, I don't see it anywhere else, but people should respect it because it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in Series 2, like especially with Dynamax being so popular, but being around, Tickle is such a good tech because you can really shut down Dynamax targets. You can slow down opposing Rufflets, and you can slow down these very physical targets, max targets. This is like Series 2.5 is a much more pivot heavy metagame. So like stat drops and boosts and all that stuff aren't as important, but like yeah, that was like supremo ingenuity on your part to bring that on your first team and just be like, yeah, I'm using this.
Well, the thing about it is like we're physical Vullaby, we're physical Alolan Sandshrew, we're physical Mudbray, so it's like half the team is already going to be benefited from the defense drop.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, neutralizing a physical attacker Dynamaxing because I outspeed them and I'm going to intimidate them essentially because they're not going to expect it. Like, yeah. It's really cool tech that like I cannot stress to you how much I loved it when I first saw that it could do it.
It really is just so it's sick. I you sent that team to me and I was like, whoa, this is spicy. This is what I'm looking for. But yeah, like there's like so much cool tech with all these Pokemon. They all carry these different moves that you never even thought of, and almost no two players run the Pokemon like a Pokemon the same. Rufflet was pretty much the same. Like Pawniard was a lot of the time was the same, but people really got creative with different things. They would run, like I was a big proponent of, 4-move Assault Vest Ponyta Galar.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also was like, whoa, you know what? This thing gets crazy good support moves. It gets Mystical Fire, it gets Heal Pulse, it gets Ally Switch. So I'm going to run Safety Goggles, support Ponyta Galar. Everyone's going to think I'm going to Dynamax it because I'm the Ponyta guy. I'm the one who Dynamaxes it every single game.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh yeah, instead I'm just going to Ally Switch around and just bounce back and forth, and you're just going to deal with it.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that the like Ponyta line had access to Ally Switch, and now I need to terrorize more people in RTT. So thank you for that.
I shouldn't have brought this up. I play you next week.
Get him.
I don't know if you watched, but week 1 I played Scarf Hypnosis.
I saw the video today. I did.
So like, I'm known to do stupid things for the sake of being stupid. So
yeah, that was that. After your luck with Hypnosis last season, I don't know exactly where you got off. Just being like, yeah, Hypnosis is the right choice.
It'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? It only just cost me every game I brought it last season. What's the big deal?
Watching your videos, you're like, yeah, I feel pretty safe clicking Hypnosis here, and then it misses, and you're like, oh no, I'm not safe at all.
Cool, we're dead. Got it.
Safe.
Understand. Carl, I feel like you've been really quiet, and you're probably just over there processing data.
Yeah, I'm just looking through stuff.
What is on your mind here?
So I'm looking at things like Cutie Fly.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see this we don't see Rabombi very, very often in VGC, so like Cutie Fly with like choice specs seems super duper interesting.
Yeah, the cool thing about Cutie Fly is it has what is it, Pollen Guard? Or,
Shield Dust.
Shield Dust. Close enough. To where it's not affected by secondary effects of moves. It's basically your built-in covert cloak. Shout out Scarlet Violet.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that. Now I'm excited again.
That's gonna be such a good item. It's gonna be so good. But yeah, it gets so many really good. It has a really good offensive typing for the format. Like Moonblast is extremely strong, especially when it's stab. Gets Deagly and Bug Buzz, and it also gets an amazing supportive move pool as well with Quiver Dance, Speed Swap, ally switches of course there. Trick could be a really good way to shut down like not Porygon, that's a bad example, but like one that's locked into recover. But you can really shut down like a Cubfu that way if you trick a Choice Specs onto it, or a Litten, and you're kind of just stuck bouncing around a little bit. Litten's typically ran special, so it's maybe not another great example, but like it's just like it has a bunch of different ways that it can operate, and you can tell by like the top Pokemon. You have Tangela, you have Cubfu, you have Grookey, you have Mienfoo, you have Pawniard to an extent. Like you have really strong stab attacks that can hit all of those Pokemon, and hitting on the special side is really good, especially into Tangela teams that really don't like getting hit with special moves.
I need to know who's the one who's evil here playing Baton Pass. I need to find this.
Yeah, that's I'm actually not too sure. That might have been from week 1. That might be Esther's team.
You have no idea how much I hope it's Esther, because that seems amazing.
I think it's Esther's Gumi team. If I'm not mistaken. No, it's not Gumi.
Let's see.
But so you mentioned Gumi, so I went to go see what Gumi's doing.
Yeah, I think it's probably hasn't been used much, but it's around. Gumi's pretty cool. Gooey's good into like Grookey. Well, it's good into like Grookey just overall, typing wise.
I found Mono Bug and I love this.
Yes, yeah. I think who was that? Julian?
Yes.
Yeah. They ran the Mono Bug team, and that game was really cool. The one that
Choice Band Larvesta is nothing I ever thought I'd see in my life.
It's horrifying. That Pokemon is actually incredibly strong in this. I played Flare in a practice match before the start of the series, and he brought I think he brought some sort of choiced Larvesta, and
it has 85 attack.
Yeah.
Yep. And it has Flame Body.
Yep.
So
holy cow.
You get that 30% proc, and it's just like, all right, we're in a really good spot now.
You get Wild Charge?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Its moveset's ridiculous. It doesn't get Rage Powder, which is unfortunate. But
this is sick.
It doesn't need Rage Powder though. It's fine.
It doesn't. It's a really good attacker, and there's not a lot of rock types. There's not a lot of rock types running around. There's not a lot of rock type coverage because Cubfu has fallen off the map. So it actually has a little bit of that bulk that you also can use to get through a super effective attacker too.
Here's Grassy Seed Solosis next to Assault Vest Grookey. That's hot.
Solosis is actually... I used a team with Solosis as well. I really liked it. It was a Dynamax target, so it could actually live stuff because its defenses are like 0. Pretty much. I think they're 20, like base 20 or something. But it has good base HP stat. But like Magic Guard Life Orb is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And its special attack stat is out of this world. I think it's 105 base.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, it hits like a truck, and you have like expanding force, so you can power yourself up after Dynamax. Obviously, you can't do that in Series 2.5, sadly, but that was the whole concept behind my Solosis team. I was like, I want something slow and that hits like a truck. I was originally going to use like Elgium, but I was like, I don't know. That's not. It doesn't hit like a truck in the same way, and you probably just want to do like Meteor Beam stuff with that. I'm like, I want a Life Orber. But yeah, the psychic types are cool. They don't really see a lot of use right now because of there's three there's dark and ghost types just all over the place. You have Vullaby, you have Ghastly, you have Pawniard, and all within the top 11. And Honedge is up there. I think Honedge is top 16. Gothita is used so much; it's the highest used psychic type because Shark Dad has been running a Perish Trap team with it.
I was about to ask, is somebody Perish Trapping? Because that's the only reason I think it would be this high. With
Igglybuff at 18, that's also Shark Dad's.
Of course.
And Igglybuff is actually horrifying. I had to play it, and I was like, "Oh, this team is a little weird.
This'll be fine."
Yeah, and I was like, and it's ally switching. It has screens. It has Perish Song, and he had Trapinch on the team with Gothita, so he had double Arena Trap, and he had Swablu and Igglybuff.
Oh,
so just a double Perish Song.
Yeah. Oh, this is hot. I love this.
It's really cool.
Oh, 100% Perish Song usage. That's hot.
Yeah. It's. I think it's all been Shark Dad. I think every single time.
Oh, but, now I have to go look.
Yeah, it's one of those Pokemon that I think is and it gets Friend Guard too, so it's actually very helpful. Paired with like a really bulky Pokemon if you pair it next to like Porygon. All right. Good luck KOing that Porygon, and now you also have like Fairy type damage coming out against your fighting type, your Kubfu most likely. Not ideal.
You also get Heal Pulse just to like, all right, Porygon needs recovery this turn, but I have to provide some kind of offensive pressure.
Hit the button.
So, like, Porygon attack, Igglybuff will heal it. Oh, this is sick.
Hit the button, do the thing.
Yeah,
that's
this
Igglybuff.
Is sick. I love Igglybuff.
It's just bouncing around ally switching left and right, and you're just like, all right, am I calling the ally switch? Oh no, I didn't call it right. Now they're attacking me with their +1 special attacking Porygon. Oh no, it's over.
This is sweet.
Yeah, there's just so much ingenuity, and like it feels like every Pokemon is actually viable. We had 132 Pokemon used in Series 2, and we're only a couple weeks in now. We're starting week 4 of this series, and we're already at 71 unique Pokemon used.
That's insane.
It's incredible. We have a solid player base. We have a lot of people coming back and playing every single week. Some people play twice a week with our weekly best of 3s in the playground, and we're like, this is a brand new format. This is so cool. We're gonna try everything, and yeah, people are trying to make Rufflet work still, which is
stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
They are running Hone Claws on it.
Goodness.
Why?
Because now you can still use Hustle. You can still do Hustle things and hit Brave Birds.
That is legal, yes.
Yeah. And people have been running. That is
something you can do.
People have been running like Banded Aerial Ace on it too with Hustle.
Hope you don't miss.
You can't miss Aerial Ace. You can't miss it.
You're right. Excuse me for being so ignorant.
You can't miss it anymore.
Oh my lord.
And so the Rufflet stats, most are choice band. There's been 1 Grassy Seed and 1 Life Orb. I mean, they're all 33% usage on 3 different teams. Flare ran Grassy Seed next to Grookey, just with Hone Claws, which was horrifying. I was like, what are you doing? He sent the team to me. He's like, oh, look at this. Do you think I'm doing something cool? I'm like, no, stop.
That's definitely cute.
Yeah,
Go back.
That's cute.
Go back. Someone. Oh yes, people are running Sheer Force on it too.
Mm-hmm.
This is hot.
Don't miss your moves. Still, don't miss your moves. One of my favorite Pokemon that I've used so far has been Coughing. I think has been great. Neutralizing Gas is really fun. That could be a way that you could pair Rufflet next to it, but you don't get your Hustle boost anymore, which is sad.
That is really sad.
At least you can hit your moves. I ran
that is also true.
like a toxic stall team with it last week.
Jay, do you just enjoy harassing people?
But I lost, first of all. Okay, I could have won. I missed that the Pawniard on Esther's side was a Life Orb, and I was so upset afterwards because I forfeited because I was like, oh, there's no way I can win this because I had a Marini on the field with no way to do any damage to the Pawniard. But that was really cool.
I don't think I actually told you. So for RTT this week, I played Toxic Stall Pharaoh Seed.
Yep.
It wasn't good because I didn't kill the taunt user, and he taunted it, and that made me sad.
Yeah, I did not know. No, you didn't send me the team this week.
Oh, it was.
I never saw it come out, but no, that's.
It would have been very good had it not happened.
There's actually been multiple Toxic Stall teams. I didn't know that Pharaoh was an option for that. And it has
it's an egg move for some reason.
And it has Leech Seed too, so you can do toxic Leech Seed leftover stuff in this format. And
it also gets Stealth Rock, so it can break any sashes. Yeah, it's stupid.
And do what, 25% of Vullaby on switching? I ran I wanted to originally run Baniri. I know I sent you this team, Carter.
Yes. Yes, please talk about Baniri.
I called it jail because I needed to go to jail for this team. It was that bad. First of all, did you know that Last Resort on Baniri is a transfer move, so I couldn't use it?
Only because you and I have already talked about this, yes.
So I was like, all right, I guess I have to pivot. I'm already all in on this fake out Last Resort thing. I really want to do it. I wanted to use it. So I had to go for the 20 less attack Cantonian Meowth. And watching it get one shot by Vullaby was not nice. That was cool. But then also watching it not pick up the KO on Salandit with Last Resort just made me sad. But Scarf Whalmer was great. It was really good.
You need to tickle more people, man. I'm telling you, it's good.
Yep.
It gave in. It clicked Water Spout, and then they knocked off my my Choice Scarf. So then I was able to click Scald. It was amazing. But yeah, no, that team was interesting. I actually I want to see. I forget what the other Pokemon on that team were. Because I was so hyper focused on fake out.
I would have to dig back through our messages to find it.
I found it. It was Honedge, which was really, really good. That Honedge is just like your Porygon counter. I'm waiting for the moment when people are like, wow, Honedge is really good to counter Porygon, and then they're like, okay, so now we're gonna start running Shadow Ball on our Porygon over Ice Beam, which would make me sad. But like, yeah, Swords Dance Sacred Sword is crazy. It had Cottonee and Tangela, so it was like that's the only reason I stuck Whalmer on this team. No, Cottonee wasn't on this team. I replaced it for Whalmer. I have the wrong pastes up here. Oh no, Whalmer is on this team. Yeah, it was Cottonee, Tangela, Whalmer, Coughing, Honedge, and Meowth, and yeah, like. I had to stick a water type because this team is so fire weak. I had 3 Pokemon that would probably just immediately die to a Linen Heat Wave because Honedge is not good on the special side, just like Tangela is. So I was like, all right, Whalmer, you're up, bud. Go and click Water Spout. And it did. It clicked Water Spout. Clicked it a ton. And yeah, I got like a lucky crit, which is obviously great. But yeah, just like I've been featuring different matches over on the DPeC Twitter recently, just because.
Oh, I did not know that.
I did.
Yeah. Yep, the DPeC Twitter popping off. I run it now. Shout out me. I did get a little lazy last week on like my second week on the job and just like forgot to post Pokemon of the week and forgot to post replay reviews.
I told you like, you know, obviously when you found out you got it, I congratulated you and everything, and I told you that I needed you to teach Angelo how to step up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure now that is public information, I'm gonna get a message from him on Monday.
Angelo was teaching me how to step down, actually. That's what happened. So I was just like, I posted some like, I posted double Pokemon of the week yesterday, and I'm posting double replay reviews this week just to make up for my laziness. But yeah, people have just been really doing some amazing stuff with these really cool Pokemon. Like you can scroll through the dock and just see all these different teams with all these crazy Pokemon and ideas on it. Like there's a Snorunt here for whatever reason.
That was actually, I looked it up. That was on the Baton Pass
Cutie Fly team.
Yeah, it was actually super sick.
Oh, there's another one that's on Sweet Scent Cutie Fly team. Struggle Bug, Dazzling Gleam, Sweet Scent Protect, Scarf, Snorunt with Icy Wind, Blizzard, Fake Tears, and Swisheroo. With
that's what this one's running too.
That's really cool. I have not seen that yet. So I'm like scrolling through these matches and I'm like watching them, and there's a ton of them. Oh wait, Zach used Ponytickler. I need to look at this. Life Orbs and Headbutt.
Ponyboy needs
Wild Shards. Yeah.
Ponyboy needs his fix. Leave him alone.
You're not running Bounce anymore, which is sad. I miss Max Airstream.
You don't need it anymore.
No, you don't. I miss Max Airstream. That was so fun. That's also on the Snorunt team. That's on a team with Snorunt too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Baton Pass one. It is.
Yeah, it's sick.
There it is. Yeah. That's so like, just you can really, if you have like a solid core of like 2 Pokemon, you can stick whatever you want anywhere else.
Yeah, it's fine. And just the rest of it will figure itself out.
There's a Bagon. I know I played against that team. I lost because I missed a Rock Slide. Sag. But yeah, so I've been posting like the replay reviews, and I've only posted 2 so far. But like the first one I posted was a literal stall fest of 2 Vullabies sitting across from each other clicking Roost. And that was a blast to watch. I had to definitely not put that in hyper fast mode to save my sanity.
So I'm sitting here working on a team, and Lileep doesn't get Leech Seed, and I need to talk to someone at Pokemon about this.
No, but it does get Recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't get Leech Seed.
You don't need Leech Seed. You just need Recover.
But I need to irritate my opponent to death.
No, you're fine.
Run Tangela like I did on my jail team. Just Leech Seed.
I'll play Lileep and I'll play Pain Split.
It gets Pain Split?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's wild. But it doesn't get Leech Seed for whatever reason.
No, it doesn't. I don't... I'm mad.
Carter, now that you said you're making a team, you better sign up for Playground this week.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
You should.
I probably should, but I don't have free time as is.
It's been so much fun. Just play on your day off. You're fine.
I don't have a day off.
Well, find one.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I really did enjoy the matches I've played are absurdly fun. This format is so unique. Like you said, everything just feels incredibly viable. There's nothing that's just like, well, that's just bad. Why are you doing that? Mm-hmm. And like, I'm sure if you dig deep enough, there is. Like, obviously things like Magikarp are not going to be good. Like, obviously. But, like, you can get away with a bunch of things, man. There was a mono bug team with, like we said, with Larvesta. Like, mm-hmm. There's so much cool stuff going on here.
Magikarp does have 85 base speed and it swift swims, so do with that as you will.
Yeah, but like it doesn't have anything, right?
Gets Hydro
Magikarp's
Pump.
just
you get to Hydro Pump people.
Hold on.
And bounce if you just want
to
bounce up. Gets Flail too, so you can run like Sash Flail.
I really wish it had reversal.
Just body somebody.
Why be Sash when I can be Silk Scarf and punch him even harder?
Yeah.
The correct answer is because I'll die if I don't. But
yeah, we run like little playtime cup formats they're called, which are just like off, like different types of formats. So we ran small powers, it was called, and it was originally, I think, anything under base 200, 250. I can't remember exactly, but like Magikarp was tied for the fastest thing in that format.
I was about to say, if it's anything under 200, that's only like 7 Pokemon.
Okay, it must have been 230 or 250.
I think it was 250, and I think you all also opened it up to national decks, or am I just making things up?
It was Nat decks. So like Spinarak was really strong, and Makuhito is really strong. And I know now we are doing, I think we're doing Monotype as the next Playtime Cup. So that's gonna be fun. People are already talking about how flying is gonna be the best, and I can't disagree.
You need to play Rock to counter them. Because like you said, there's not a lot of Rock types running around because people won't anticipate it.
Yep.
I just solved your format for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a draft or if it's a tour. So
that's true.
It could be just like, oh, you're a rock type. Okay, I'm running close combat on my Rufflet, and we're just gonna punch you really hard, and you're not gonna survive.
Really hard.
And then my Vullaby is just gonna roost and knock you off, and now it's just a dark type. Uh-oh, what are you doing now, bud? Nothing. you're just sitting there. You're a rock type, and you're roly-poly, and you're not doing anything.
It's trying its best, okay?
I was thinking about trying to run roly-poly in this format, and like even a Wimpod Aqua Jet just does like 60% to it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Oof.
It's not very good. It is not. It's not colossal. It never was colossal. It's never been colossal. I love that we keep throwing in like these little wrenches into the plan and doing like small powers, and we did a small powers draft. We did a small powers tour. I ran Explosion C Dot in the small powers tour, and it was amazing. Me and Flair did a power rankings of like, we did like a tier list of all the Pokemon in it beforehand. We were like, C Dot, never use this. This is terrible. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use it.
We're gonna blow it up.
and then it just went out there and went. It takes out a Makuhita, takes out this, takes out that, and then I'm like, all right, nice. we did mission accomplished.
Did the thing.
Yeah. It was cool opening it up to Nat decks too, because you didn't really know what a lot of these different things were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a draft version of it too. We opened it up a little bit more. So like Diglett was now legal. And yeah, I got Diglett, and I somehow still choked it with Diglett, and I couldn't win.
Hell yeah, proud of you.
Pretty lame on my part, not gonna lie. I did at least make playoffs, so that was fine, I guess. But yeah, there's just like so many different things, and when you start looking into the draft formats of this, things just get even more viable. For instance, on my not to flex, but my championship winning draft league team.
Not to tell you that everyone else is bad, but
let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah, did I tell you that I didn't drop a game in the entirety of Top Cut? Like, no, but like throughout the entire season, I had Wimpod on my team, and it was actually really good. Like I loved it. I used it against an Archon team, and I used like Choice Band Aqua Jet to knock it into Defeatist so that my Ponyta could survive if it happened to be bulky or was coachinged up by the Riolu or something, or it was Anorith too. Like there was just like so much cool stuff that like you won't really see a lot of the times in the ladder tours and in the ladders, because a lot of people are a little bit fixated when they're trying to get results on, I'm bringing my Porygon Rufflet Tangela core and I'm vibing with that. But in draft, when you're actually forced to use different things, like so many things become so strong.
Oh yeah.
I know. We had like the multi-battle league version of it, and that's when I learned the power of Larvesta. When I think it was Evan and Poppy's Larvesta just destroyed mine and Ted's team in the late game. We were like, oh, they're gonna protect the Larvesta on this turn, and we're gonna max Rockfall with the Diglett, and Larvesta was like, I'm calling your bluff here, and I'm just gonna explode the rest of your team.
It's like, or and hear me out. No.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, we're just gonna let you not do that, and you're just gonna die, and you're gonna lose, and you're not gonna make playoffs because you lost and you're a loser. Yeah, that was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. That was a read out of this world. And then the next game, Ted was like, "I'm not listening to you anymore, Jay. You're dumb. They're don't click fake out into the Swoobat because they're on 1 HP and you can take the KO. They're gonna protect the Swoobat this turn. Click Trick Room." And I'm like, "Are you sure? This is a big read." And Ted's like, "Yes.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine."
I'm like, "All right, man. All right, this is on you if it doesn't happen." And then we see the Swoobat press protect, and he's like, yes. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I totally wasn't doubting this play 10 seconds ago. But yeah, we were using like Mime Jr. in that team.
Goodness.
Yeah, Mime Jr.'s a threat, low key. It's pretty good. It won the DPTL other division this season on Luke's team with Riolu Anorith, which Riolu I don't think he's seen any play this season in Series 2.5.
Well, that's just disappointing.
That really is.
Riolu is absolutely busted.
Why am I not on that?
Jay,
what the heck?
Hear me out. You and I need to talk.
Okay. And
it usually is going to involve Riolu.
Yeah, Carter's still salty about my Riolu team.
I'm actually not. Riolu is busted, man.
It was so good, and then I choked that league away too in RTT. I started like 6-1, and then just went on like a 4-game losing streak, and then lost in playoffs. That's where I figured out that like Hona just was good, because I was using Doublade, and I was like, whoa, this thing's kind of strong.
This thing's nasty. Good.
Sword kind of good.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think after watching RTT this week too, I want to try to fit Destiny Bond onto a team.
Dude, it's so sick. I want it to work so much.
Was it? No, it wasn't RTT. It was UDL. Ibrahim brought it in UDL this week on Gorgeist.
Dude,
Destiny Bond Gorgeist.
I've brought Haunter both weeks, and it's been Sash both weeks, and I have so desperately wanted to play Destiny Bond, and I've talked myself out of it both weeks. Like, yeah, I'm going to do it.
I learned in very brutal fashion last season that you can't copycat Destiny Bond. That was my hidden tech on my Doublade the entire season.
Yes, I remember that.
I teched it on every single game. It was like I ran Ironhead, Shadowclaw, and Destiny Bond because I was just waiting for the moment to do it, and then I did it, and then it just
failed.
Oh, that move failed, and I was like, "Dang it!
Yeah,
this is so important."
we had to have like a talk about it afterwards of like, what the hell just happened? Like, because I think you max guarded, it was like max guard copycat. It's like, what? Why didn't this work? What's going on? Why didn't this work?
It wouldn't have mattered anyway because I got killed by a Dynamax Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure that's protected from Destiny Bond. But like
that sounds correct.
They are.
That's besides the point. Who cares, right? Like, but yeah, I think Destiny Bond and like Ghost types in general are really good in this format right now. Ghastly's popping off. Ghastly's really good. It was really good before. It used to be a Scarfer. And now it's a Sasher or life orb holder, and it used to be like Scarf Icy Wind stuff, and that made Ghastly really
That's
good.
Sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah, now it's just like, all right, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring it. It's the fourth most used move on it, but I'm just going to hit you with Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball instead. And wait, someone didn't bring Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball on one of their Ghastly. That is... I mean, they ran Sludge Wave, it looks like. Sludge Wave Taunt is the other 7.6%.
You could be Sludge Wave next to like a Steel type or trying to proc a policy or something. Probably don't want to proc it with Ghastly. That's probably gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt a lot. And just like dropping Shadow Ball too is so odd. That's such good stab, but like you get Dazzling Gleam too, which is really good for Volibee. It's good for Kubfu. It's good for Mienfu. It at least gives you a way to hit Pawniard for neutral. Yeah, Ghastly is one of those really cool Pokemon, and that special attack stat is absurd. I think it's 115 base, and it hits like a truck. Icy Winds do a ton of different things. Sludge Bombs, it's not even close when it comes to OHKOing Tangela. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Tangela at some point starts running Poison Resist Berry, whichever one that is. Like very soon to start dealing with the popularity of Ghastly, but then you're also dealing with Litten, who's right under it in usage. Format's just like that volatile, especially right now being so early into it. I'm sure that a lot of these things are going to settle out a little bit more sooner or later. We'll find our Volibee answers. We definitely don't have them right now. We're trying to figure it out. Somebody ran Choice Band Elekid with Helping Hand, and that still doesn't do the job for you. Like, it just is that strong. But yeah, people are really trying to figure this thing out. And nobody, I don't think anyone was expecting the rise to prominence that Volibee has seen. Everyone expects your Porygon, you expect your Tangelas, your Kubfus, your Ghastlies. Those are all fine.
I could have told them, man, it's really good. They just don't listen to me.
Yeah, they don't. that team was so cool. The Hell weakness policy Volibee team, that was awesome. And
yeah, it was really fun.
For like, that was also your first ever DPeC
set
too.
Which just makes it that much cooler.
And I think I only helped you really with just like EVs, just being like, maybe change this up a little bit, maybe do this. Like,
the thing you really helped with was like optimizing the Porygon. Like that was definitely like basically all you. I'm just like, I know this thing is good. I know I'm gonna make it bulky thanks to Eviolite. Help.
Yeah. So the number one lesson, especially as like a draft league player, that I learned through playing DPeC is your Eviolite calcs. And here's my message to all the newcomers and anyone who's going to come and join the server after this, and anyone who's just interested in the format or a draft league player themselves. When you have an Eviolite Pokemon, you don't need to do 252 HP. It doesn't help you as much as investing crazy amounts into your defense and special defense and then putting the rest into HP. You get such a huge damage boost in terms of like what you can live. It's like 10 to 15% sometimes. So always optimize your Eviolite Pokemon. I've been doing that with my Porygon 2 in UDL this season. And every single time I build an Eviolite Mon, I'm like, all right, I need to put tons and tons and tons into their defense and special defense, because it's normally the lower stat on most Pokemon than the HP. So you get so much benefit out of it, and then dump the rest into your HP. Get what you need, and then put the rest there. There's my little fun fact of the day for anyone who's interested. Yeah,
this has been cool.
Yeah.
This has been really enjoyable.
This has been great. I really appreciate you both having me on, letting me talk about it. I love talking about this format that, you know, me and so many other people have really like made our home. And
well, to be fair, you really did twist our arms by threatening lawyers. So
it's
you
crazy.
did this to yourself.
It's crazy what happens when you threaten legal action on Twitter. It's like you get what you want sometimes. So if anyone else wants to be on the podcast, just tell them that you're gonna.
No. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Only if it's me, I guess. They know I'm all lawyered up in the back. That was serious. But yeah, even without the threat of legal action happening, I still appreciate you both letting me come on and talk about this amazing format, and I hope some more people come and join because of it.
For sure, dude. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because this format it's really just a game changer for anyone who's a little bit sick and tired of the same old formats all the time. And we are doing stuff for Scarlet and Violet. Those are currently beginning to be in the works. I'm already 100% sure that Wiglet is going to break the meta. It is going to be the best Pokemon ever.
That also implies it's evolving. So, like,
Yeah, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that it does, because
we're going to get Wig Trio?
Wig Trio, yes. It's so funny that it's called Wiglet, because we already have Wiglet and Wig Trio. The Alolan forms all have wigs, okay?
Yeah.
We already have them.
See, Pokemon just went to Twitter when, Sun and Moon came out and went,
that's a good name.
Wiglet. That's a really good name.
That's a good name.
Guys, we should use that. And so, someone was cleaning out their desk, and they came across a sticky note that just says, Wiglet.
Yep.
I really want to know the creative genius behind the name Wiglet, because they're like, we made Diglett a water type. What should we name it? What? Iglet. Water Diglett. It's perfect. Wiglet. Yes, this is the $1 million idea, baby. Yeah.
It's hilarious
I guarantee
because
that's probably all it was.
no, that's actually
Diglett.
exactly what the Japanese name translates to is water Diglett.
I'm mad that that's true.
They were like, yeah, the regional forms, they weren't enough. We're just gonna tack on the name of the region, but now we're tacking on the typing, baby, because it's Terra season.
Hell yeah, baby!
But yeah, we've seen a lot of the Pokemon that are gonna return. Like, I know Riolu's back, and I'm super excited about that. And Growlithe is around.
You get to run around with Murkrow.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion on Murkrow and how strong it's gonna be. Really good speed, really good attack on both the physical and special side, and just really amazing support as well.
That's the big thing, is like, you finally have a Prankster Tailwind Mon.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like extremely, extremely used. I don't think it's as strong as some people are making it out to be, though. I'll die on that hill until I'm proved otherwise.
I mean, it's the same typing as Volby,
but it's frail. It is really, really frail.
I think the big thing comes down to, like, when you're looking at, like, the Pokemon that are banned, you currently have Corsola, who's 410, Sneasel, which is 430, Type Null is 530. Holy shit.
Yeah, Type Null is way up there.
Type Null's base 90s across the board, except for speed, I think. It could just be Type Null 90s across the board.
Scyther's 50, is 500.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you look at Murkrow, oh, good lord, please just cooperate with me.
No.
That's fair. Have a good day.
You're asking the internet to cooperate. No, it's not going to happen.
You're asking for too much.
It says Murkrow's illegal.
Well, yeah, because it's not in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, but I'm in Gen 8, anything goes. Oh, I should probably be in National Dex.
There you go.
Murkrow is 405. So, like,
yeah, it's
pretty significantly weaker. Like you said, its defenses are much worse.
A lot of those stats are from having, I think it's base 85 attack and special attack. And, like, we already have Pokemon who hit that hard. Ponyta's base 85 attack. It can't do it on both sides, but it has that amount of damage. I think Porygon is base 85 as well. I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it has 85 special attack. And it's just like, and you get a download boost on top of that with incredible bulk.
Yes, it is 85.
It's just like, some people are talking about banning it. I'm kind of the camp that I don't think it should be banned. It's going to be used a lot more, I think, as a support Pokemon with Quash and Tailwind, and it'll probably run Dark Pulse. And it's going to be very flexible, but I don't think it's going to be like a meta-breaking Pokemon. It's very, very, very frail. And you can very easily just now Terra out of it into be like a Terra Dark type yourself or a Terra Fairy. And, you know, it's going to be tough to really go and beat that, especially when now you're Terra Fairy and you can use your like multi-attack or your hidden power type move, whatever, Terra Blast, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're just probably one-shotting Murkrow, even if it's Eevee to Light with most things with a half decent special attack or physical attack. It's just a little too frail. It'll be like Whimsicott, I think. It'll be very strong.
So played everywhere. Got it.
Played everywhere, but like
also like this is holding your sash. So like
yeah.
Congratulations, you did one thing.
I think it'll definitely be like top 10 in usage, but the meta evolves and people will find new ways to beat it. It's going to be very weak to fake out, and you can only run so much if you're getting faked out. You have to have Protect at that point, or
like,
it could just be Covert Cloak, I guess.
You also get like Priority Roost, which is interesting. Feather Dance is obviously very useful as well. You get Quash. Granted, this is going off of like national dex attacks, so like who knows how many of these will actually make it in. You get Taunt, Thunder Wave. Let's see, Whirlwind is negative priority.
Yeah. No, it has the supportive move pool. It has the offenses. I think it'll be very good, but it can only do so much, you know, and especially with its mediocre bulk, it's gonna, I think, struggle to stay on the field to really impose its presence. You're probably gonna be able to click Tailwind with it, and that's about it. Or you're gonna be able to get a Thunder Wave off, or you know, a Taunt, and that's kind of where you're gonna be at. You know, in terms of using it, especially in this type of format. We still have to see, you know, what else comes out, what other baby Pokemon are going to be here, which new ones they're going to be, because, you know, Pokemon's been power creeping like crazy recently. I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know, some absolutely ridiculous ones come out of this generation. But yeah, Lechonk for president for
hell yeah,
for
something we can finally
season.
agree upon.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it gets like Gluttony or something as its ability. So yeah, that's gonna be nasty. I actually think it's gonna be pretty good if it gets like. It would be so cool if it gets like Belly Drum.
that would make sense, right? Like,
what'd you say?
It's a
it would
pig.
make sense,
it
right?
has a fat belly.
Yeah,
it would make sense. Yeah, I hope so. That would like Lechonk would be crazy viable. Like especially because it's a normal type, it probably gets Quick Attack. Belly Drum Quick Attack is crazy.
Oh, I broke Murkrow. You do Razor Claw, Super Luck, Air Cutter, and you just always crit both of their mons. There you go. I broke it.
It does get another ability too.
Yeah, it gets Super Luck and Insomnia, which, like, sure, whatever.
Insomnia is whatever. It's the Super Luck that's cool.
Yeah, Insomnia could be cool if Tangela is running around again, if it's as popular as it is.
Interestingly,
that would be very niche.
If you want to do prankster things and, like, not be Sash for some reason, you can do, like, Calm Mind. Like, Calm Mind is its only setup move that I saw. So it's like, alright, cool.
Yeah.
You know, live one hit, be able to pressure you back. I don't know how good it is, but
you end up falling victim, and like when you're doing that, to the extreme like physical shift that there is with a lot of
very true, very
Pokemon.
True.
Like you can look at the top 10. Volabee's almost always ran physical. Kubfu's physical. Grookey, Mienfoo, Ponyta. That's half of them are physical, and then you have from there it's like Pawniard, Honedge, Growlithe, like all these. Like a lot of these Pokemon have better physical attack stats than they do special.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: none of those are going to make it into the new game, so that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Just no Kubfu, please. Like on this
Yeah,
list,
keep
can we
Cubfu-
just
just
not
keep
get that
Cubfu
one?
out of here.
Just keep Cubfu out. You can keep your Littens. You can keep your Grookey's. We're good without those.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna have Terrestrialize Mono Dark Urshifu, so it even hits even harder, and it removes my 4x Fairy weakness.
And now you can survive a Moonblast, and you're just wicked blowing everything with adaptability, critical hitting wicked blows.
Why do I need to do that when I could just Sucker Punch you instead?
Yeah.
That too. That too. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Scarlet and Violet has for the future of DPeC. We haven't been able to really make any plans because we don't really know.
You don't have everything yet,
format. So yeah, the format's gonna be it's gonna be wild. I think Terra is gonna be a really interesting mechanic with these very low powered Pokemon with not a lot of bulk. It has the potential to like really like be extremely strong to the point to where like, you know, it might look a lot stronger than it does in normal formats because of the bulk levels of a lot of these Pokemon. But it also has the potential of being just like an amazing mechanic for you know, for this format. And the type shifting and everything is going to create such an interesting dynamic where, you know, your Ghastlies can now deal with your Volibee if you really needed to. You can go into Terra Fairy and Terra Blast it with a crazy special attack stat. And I think that it'll create a lot of balance in terms of defensive synergies, but offensively it has the potential to really get out of control if the power level you know, continues to creep with some of these new Pokemon.
Yep.
Scary stuff.
I agree. I think this new game is going to be very interesting to see what it does. Just like for all these formats, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, you know, just the return of in-person events for regular competitive. I'm super excited for that. I was able to go to New Jersey and I had a blast there, so I'm gonna try to get out. Definitely to Hartford, and I'm really working on getting to Knoxville. Really working.
You and me both. You and I are gonna definitely try to get to Knoxville.
That's the one Carl is too. We're all planning on going to so far.
Yeah, I'm starting to chip away at my plans on that. I could probably only swing one other one than my local one, but yeah, I think that format is going to develop and be a really cool thing. I'm excited to see, you know, Restricted's kind of as a thing
go away.
For a little while.
Be away for at least maybe a year.
Yeah,
hopefully 2 or 3
or forever.
We just not have restricted formats anymore.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of seeing, you know, Kyogre and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Kyogre's not the problem.
Zacian.
I don't know what is, but
it's never Kyogre is never the problem.
It's never the problem. It's always the sword dog next to it, right?
Exactly. You all are just over analyzing everything.
Yeah, and I think that DPeC is gonna really flourish in the new games. I'm hoping that we get a lot of new players and keep seeing just the incredible ingenuity that we keep seeing on all these different Pokemon. Speaking of, I'm looking at Ponyta right now. Somebody probably ran Scarf Hypnosis on this just for you.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to see.
That was most likely on the Citrus set, but now you know someone else is thinking Hypnosis too on this thing.
Well, there you go.
Do both ponies get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
The other one is literally Psychic type.
Look, that doesn't mean anything.
If it didn't, I would be completely and utterly surprised.
Look, I also didn't know that until this week, okay?
I didn't know about Hypnosis either. I knew about Ally Switch, not about Hypnosis.
Oh, no, Carter was talking about it being Psychic
No,
type.
I meant about it being Mono-Psychic.
Oh, yeah, not a lot of people know that.
I had to tell him that.
I thought it was a Fairy type, man!
Yeah, in one of the, I think it was my semifinals match of DPDL, someone hit it with a Steel type attack as I completely ate the attack for like 40%, and they were like, "Oh, I really thought that was gonna do a lot more. Oh wait, I forgot. It's not a fairy.
There's no
type."
fairy attached to it. Yeah,
Like, oh,
you're not.
that's why
this
I
is
love it.
bad. Got
You got to
it.
evolve first, then you get to fairy.
And that's why it was so good in Series 2. That was the reason why I tried using it as much as possible, because there's not a lot of things that hit psychic types. There wasn't a lot of dark types running around. It was mainly Ghastly and occasionally Shadow Ball Porygon. And Pawniard was kind of there too. But, who cares about Pawniard when you're running next to it? It's pretty good.
Just to update you, the Hypnosis was not on a Scarf set, and I'm highly disappointed in the DPeC community.
It was almost definitely on the Citrus Berry support set with Body Slam and
I believe it was, yeah.
Hypnosis, yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all need to step up your hacks games.
Yeah, hacks 100% of the time, 65% of the time.
Look, when it works, and it makes your opponent very salty when it does.
But as you know all too well, it very rarely works.
No, Jay, you're being irrational again.
I know, I really am. Every time you send me an RTT team with Hypnosis, I'm like, wow, you really are living or dying by this time. You're like, I can't run Sleep Powder because they're going to run Safety Goggles.
Yep.
Dude, that was like the biggest brain play of last season, and I'm so mad it never worked.
My Safety Goggles Heliolisk was living in your head rent-free from the day we played on.
Oh, man. It was...
He was so concerned about it, and I don't think anyone I think you rarely encountered Safety Goggles players. Like they just really didn't stick it on the Pokemon you thought they were going to.
Never. It was. I hate Goggles. It's dumb, and it ruined both my grass types.
Yeah, they really are powder reliant. Eggy,
which is why you run Hypnosis on your Eggy. No one will expect it.
You can't run it on your Tangela. That's why I love Safety Goggles lit in these formats. It's an amazing Tangela counter. You can parting shot whatever you want.
Yep.
Get
out of here, you dork.
So much speed on that thing. It's faster than Incin.
Well, yeah, it's got all of its legs to run on still.
It does still have all of its legs. It does, and
that's why people were running Torcat there for a while. It's like it's fast Incin, and it's also not weak to fighting. Like
yeah, it's pretty nice. Ensign's a beefcake though.
He very bulky.
Yeah.
He do be living hits.
Mm-hmm.
He be living in the gym, that guy. But yeah, shout out Litten. I got my Litten behind me up there, in place of my cat, who's not up with me right now. She's
my Litten is buried up there behind Lapras, which I don't think anyone on camera can actually see. So. No. he's riding a Lapras, and it's great.
Yeah, Litten's like one of my favorite Pokemon. I named my RTT team Los Angeles Littens. So shout out to Litten.
You're gonna lose next week, so it doesn't really matter.
They're not. I'm not the Los Angeles Littens this time. Okay, I'm named after Riolu.
Well, you're gonna lose there too. So
yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Can I ask you politely to throw the game?
Throw for content.
Listen, I gotta
Jay, I do it every week. Just throw for content.
I've got a record to uphold, okay? I'm still 100% against you. I can't lose now.
That is true. I've never beat you. Like,
not yet.
Ever.
I was really concerned in our LDL match that you were going to. And then Reshiram got the double protect. And I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
It was stupid. It was stupid, and I hate it.
That was a great set, though. That was close.
Agreed. I think it's about time we get out of here. This has been very enjoyable. I think on the way out, of course, Jay, where can people find not only you but also all the DPeC goodness?
Okay, so the Twitter is Daycare_PokéCup. I'm over there. I'm the Twitter guy. I'm sure Carl will probably link the Discord in the description of the video. That's where we run all of our weekly best of threes, our tours, all that stuff. Come join. We're a fantastic group of people. We're very open to newcomers, and we're willing to help. It's a very tough format. So come play. It's so much fun. We have a Twitch, which is, I believe, also Daycare PokéCup. We're going to start doing some weekly streams over there. That'll also be, sent out through the Twitter. And you can.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we're going to do a stream tomorrow, which at the time that this comes out is going to be the day before. But we're going to start doing like weekly playground reviews, going over usage stats, watching replays and stuff, which is going to be a lot of fun. I can only showcase so much on the Twitter. And if you like me, you can follow me on Twitch at jmcg1010, and my Twitter is the same thing, or it might have one less 10 there, but you can try both.
I think it's just 10.
It's just
I
10.
think so too. Okay, yeah, it is cool. So jmcg10 on Twitter, and yeah, or you can find me in the LRL Discord or the DPeC Discord, because I'm always chilling in there too. New friends.
Okay. Carl, do you have anything on the way out, my dude?
Nope.
Okay.
We got
I think it's about time we get out of here so I can go find food.
Okay.
Thank you again for having me on. This
Dude,
has
of
been
course.
an absolute
Of course.
blast.
This has been fantastic, and I'm glad I don't get a subpoena from your lawyer. So,
yeah, you avoided it this time.
So, as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're listening over on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us push onto the algorithm and all that good stuff. If you're not listening on YouTube, but you are listening on any of the other audio podcasts, make sure you drop a 5-star review. It really does help us out. You can always follow us over on Twitter. Myself at Mr. Missouri25, Carl is at Musical VGC, and of course the podcast is at LR Lessons. You can find Carl and myself both on Twitch as well, at Mr. Missouri25 and at Musical. Come and join the community Discord. That's where you get to hang out with us. We have the affiliates page where you can, of course, find all of our wonderful people, including the DPeC Discord there. So, just another way to have access to them. You can go ahead and join on over there and hang out with us and have a good time. Check out the website at lrlessons.com. While you're there, go ahead and check out the merch page. Get yourself some sweet merch. And, yeah, I think past that, the only thing I have to add is Anchor support. I think that's the only thing I'm missing.
Yep.
Cool. For some reason, if you don't want merch, because, it's a little expensive, I get it. You can always support us financially over on Anchor. For as little as 20 or 25 cents an episode, it really does help us keep the lights on. So that is going to be it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and until next week, have a good one. Peace.